Hello, everyone. Welcome to the HireMyVA Team and Business Building Podcast brought to you by YouGoZ.com. In this podcast and at HireMyVA, we help you to reclaim your freedom through hiring and thriving with virtual assistants without breaking the bank, and that means your bank. I'm Dave Braun, and normally I'm here with Larry Broughton, my business partner in all things HireMyVA, but he's taking a little break right now. So I'm going to do my best to walk you through this episode number 118. Now, the title for this one and the question is, and we alluded to this in the previous ones, is how can we outsource our habits? I mean, that's really the question here. So this is the fourth episode in the series where we're talking about the importance of habits, how to establish them, and of course, which ones to have in our lives for success and significance. So episode 115, just a few episodes ago, was about the importance of habits. Episode 116 was about how to create and break habits. And then number 117, we discussed the top habits we think are important, otherwise known as Keystone habits. Now, in this episode, 118, we're going to talk about how to outsource our habits. And of course, outsourcing is what HireMyVA is all about, our course and community, where we teach you how to outsource as much of your life and our business as possible. But the question is, can you really outsource your habits, things that you do on a daily basis? Well, in the last episode, we talked about Keystone habits, and those are habits that spill over into other areas of our lives. For example, if we're doing something on a physical, if we're keeping ourselves in physical shape, going to the gym every day, or working out on a regular basis, that spills over into our emotional and our mental well-being as well. So those are Keystone habits. And if you haven't listened to that, I recommend you going back to that. But what we're going to do in this episode is we're going to go through those and see really what can we do. And I'm going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to try this as an experiment. Let me know what you think about it. I'm going to be using my iPad, and I'm going to write a few things down as we go. So let's get to it. But give me a sec. I've got to actually share my iPad. So let me share my screen, my iPad. You can do this with Zoom. It's pretty slick. Well, that works. All right. All right, you should see this right now. Okay. Now, at a high level, a VA can ask you about how you did on things every day, helping you to be accountable. So that's one way that you can't really, outsource your habits, but they can help you be accountable. So that's like at the top level here is accountability. All right. Now, then, of course, now we're going to go through the different habits. Now, the first habit we talked about last time was having a regular exercise routine, and that's really energy management. So one is going to be a exercise routine. So let's think about what could they do to help you. Now, if you're accountable to a VA, of course, then you can know when you actually need to change things up. I mean, they can tell you that because they can research routines, right? They can routines, can't spell. They can design them for you, doing research on that. They can find videos on it. They can find yoga routines. They can find new exercise for you. They can even actually research into gyms, personal trainers, if you wanted to do that, maybe even yoga studios. They could also help you to adjust your diet or research your diet or help you to design your diet based upon the particular goal that you want. If you wanted to build muscle, or if you wanted to lose weight, or if you just want to maintain. One of the things that I had Daphne do years ago was to do a Trello board that had a whole bunch of different meals, so she could help me with meal planning. Okay, so there's a lot of things you could do there. So they really can help outsource some of this, making it easier for you. I mean, they can even research into also clothes, different types of clothes. All right. So that was the first habit. The second one is say journaling of some kind, where you're getting more self-awareness. We talked about that as a second Keystone habit. Well, a VA can research for you what type of journal, right? So journaling, they can research, what type of journal. They can research, maybe apps. Oh, there we goes. They can research apps for you. They could research, something that you might want to try, other options, written ones. So they can help you do that. In fact, they could actually also journal with you if you wanted to do that. Okay. And then you can talk each day about it. Okay. Number 3. The third one was a family dinner, having that as regular as possible, because your kids and yourself will show greater health in all areas of your lives and their lives as well. So this was family dinner. All right. Now, in a VA, like I talked about, they could design meals for you, help pick what to choose. They could plan them. They can actually, find the ingredients for you or give you a list of the ingredients, like a shopping list. They could also sign you up for a meal delivery service. We've used that in the past. And of course, that works really well. So they could do those kind of things. Okay. So then the fourth one was making your bed. Well, the question is, how in the world can a VA do that for you? I don't know. But they can ask you about it. They can still ask you about it. Okay. And that goes all the way back up to the top level of accountability. All right. Now, the fifth one is visualization. We talked about how all great athletes do this. They visualize how they're going to perform in an event or sport. And we talked about doing that in business settings and doing that with your goals as well, like having a vision board. Well, a VA can help you design the routine. They can help you design the routine. They can also help you design something that's maybe not just visualization, but meditation as well. They could put a video for you together. In fact, that's something that we're going to be doing here pretty quickly as part of Pro Website Creators. They can also get you focus music. All right, so they can do all kinds of things, music that's going to help you visualize your goals. Okay, then the next one was, it was a bonus. We talked about boosting willpower. How can a VA help you boost willpower? Well, one of the things that they can do is research. Of course, we talked about research being a great thing for somebody to do that is on your team. So they can research into your body clock. When is the best time of day for you to do things where you're doing detailed work versus creative work? It's a great book on that by Daniel Pink called When. Okay, so you can assign them the task of, they can guide you on this, and they can even ask you questions throughout the day. As Dave, what are you working on? Are you working on something that's creative right now? Or are you working on something that's more analytical? Because this is the time of day. Remember, Dave, that you should be working on those kind of things. Okay. And then, like we talked about, focus music up, they can do help you get some good focus music so that you can actually turn everything off, listen to music if that works for you, whatever type of music you want, experiment with it. And they can do that and research that. Okay. Now, number 7, got to zoom in and out. Now, number 7 here, a bonus was setting your environment up. How in the heck can somebody to do that? So that's an environment to encourage good habits and discourage, your bad ones. So they can ask you about it. They can just sit, basically all they can do is they can say, how have you hid the bad stuff? And put up the good stuff. Right. So this really goes back to that, what we talked about up here before, was that overall accountability. Okay. Now, some of the other habits that we talked about is having a to-do system. All right. So having a to-do system where you put the things in it so that you don't forget about it. And then you can have a weekly date with yourself to plan what is most important in your week, right? So you can actually have a VA manage you if that's what you want. Okay, they can actually set that up for you. As far as your goals go, a VA can sign you up and help you work through some kind of a goal setting program. Maybe both of you do it together. Okay, that again goes back to that accountability. Having somebody ask you about it, having somebody help you get on track is so important. And then one of the last thing I think we talked about was drinking water. Well, when you're doing your meetings every day, you can be having sips of water together. A VA can ask you about how many ounces that you've drank so far during the day. They can be a reminder for you. Okay, so really, a VA can help you in so many things. They can really help you do almost anything. And when it comes to habits, they can't do them for you, but they can help you stay on track. They can help you get that little extra boost in the accountability to remind you that this is what you need to do. Okay, as far as what a VA can really do, they can pretty much do anything for you. In fact, we talked about this a little bit in episode 93, why a virtual assistant is important. And that was episode 93. And then this is why they're important. And then in 94, we talked about what a virtual assistant actually does. Okay, so I recommend you go back and listen to those episodes, 93 and 94. Or hopefully by the time you get this, those episodes will be up on our website and you can go through the transcriptions as well. So I guess the question that I've got for you guys is, what are you waiting for? You really need to get a virtual assistant today. Help them or have them help you build these Keystone habits, because they are so important for your success. Because remember, we talked about that almost half of all the decisions that you're making every day are decisions based upon your habits, how you've done things in the past. Designing and building these habits are going to impact just so many aspects of your life. You got to get some help doing it. Why not have a VA do that for you? All right. Hope that all makes sense. So I'm going to stop sharing right now, and we're going to close this out. So thank you all for joining us today. Well, joining me today. And remember, building a team is the way to reclaim your freedom. And we're here to help you with course and community that we've got, and our white glove service where we can find a rock star VA for you. 3 things we'd love for you to do right now, and we'd really, really appreciate it. Number 1, subscribe to the podcast if you haven't already done so. Either one of your phone, an iPhone or an Android phone, doesn't matter. Subscribe on YouTube, hit the subscribe button and click on the little bell next to it so you can get some reminders. And then, of course, the second thing is give us a rating, preferably 5-star. Leave a comment below this video, any comment, because it helps us to get the word out. Maybe you can think of a way that a VA can help you, stay accountable. That's maybe a little bit different. They can, if we step back and think about it, a VA can help us be accountable in so many areas of our lives. Okay. And then the third thing we want you to do is go to HireMyVA.com for more information on our course and community, and of course, our white glove service. Remember, using HireMyVA, using Lair, using me in the community, even without experience, you'll learn how to prepare for, hire, and thrive with virtual assistants. Lair and I were helping folks. We'd love to help you too. So everybody, just go to HireMyVA.com for more information, and have an amazing, awesome day. And remember to ask yourself this question: how can I get more time back in my life? One of the answers is having somebody do the tasks that you're not as good at, or that you don't like, or you want to just get off your plate so that you can generate more time in your life. All right. Bye. Have a great rest of the day.